stole that title from me and from him. But there's one thing you cannot take, Dean, and that is his glory. Tonight, Dean, you will see what happens when you try to take away glory from him and Dean. You will regret
Ladies and gentlemen, what you see in my hand is not just the biggest prize in Ohio Valley Wrestling. The OVW heavyweight title is one of the biggest titles in the world, not just America, in the world. How can I say that? Men who are presently at the pinnacle of heavyweight championship wrestling started off having the honor of having this title placed around their waist. Comes to mind Nick Eugene Dinsmore, the Pope Elijah Burke, Randy Orton, John Cena had the honor of having the Nightmare Danny Davis, who created all of this, hand him this title the night that he won it. This is one of the biggest titles in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Because of that, what happened a few weeks back between Amon and Abyss was not going to stand. That's the reason they sent me as the commissioner out here last week to take this title back. We had a meeting on Monday, and we made the decision that since we are actually counting down, for those of you who don't know, we are just weeks away from our 1,000th TV taping.
Historic, monumental.
Just 10 episodes away.
And what better way than to crown the new OVW heavyweight champion at that 1,000th TV taping? So we've decided we will have a tournament. And in the weeks to come, we will have preliminary matches, qualifying matches as they work their way towards the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and we will, on the night of our 1,000th television taping, we will crown the new OVW heavyweight champion.
Wow. That is a huge, huge announcement. Oh my.
I want your help. I need your help. I want you to get on Facebook. I want you to get on Twitter, Instagram, call your friends, tell your people, write the guy next door, I don't care. Tell them what's going on here in OVW. Because I have got people that have contacted me, not from around the nation, around the world, and we are picking who we're going to put in this tournament, some from the past, present, future. And we are going to have an amazing night. I want to see 1,000 people at our 1,000th television taping.
Incredible.
Because we are counting down, ladies and gentlemen. We're counting down to 1,000. Join us. Don't miss an episode every week as we count down to 1,000.
A blockbuster announcement from our commissioner. We are on the road. The countdown to OVW 1000, where we will crown a new OVW champion.
I hear what you're saying. It's a compliment when people hire me during the most difficult time in their life. I want them to know that we'll agree when we can, we'll fight if we have to, but they have a job to do, to be a mom or a dad, and we'll get through this and it will be okay. That's what's important to me. Go to lemmylaw.com for help to get through your divorce.
Okay. Calm down. Look, obviously, you all have just heard the announcement I made about the tournament, the countdown to 1,000.
Yeah, we heard it.
And I'll be quite honest, I love the fire that's in this locker room.
Let's go.
I love the
Right,
fire
let's go.
that's
I
in
need
the
it.
night. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to randomly pick 6 of you guys that's in this room right now.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in an elimination match tonight on TV.
Okay.
The winner is in the tournament.
Welcome back into Davis Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Gilbert Corsi alongside Ted McNader and Bruce Snyder. And excitement aplenty, guys. We were on the countdown to 1,000.
Introducing first, coming into the ring by King and Brittle, Jasmine.
Well, you saw backstage, everyone is clamoring. Everyone's trying to get a spot for that heavyweight championship tournament. Gilbert, only so many people are going to get a chance at the title, and what better way to catapult your career to become the champion at episode 1,000.
And Bruce, we heard the commissioner say, not only will it be a historic night as we will crown a new OVW champion, we want 1,000 fans live for OVW 1000.
And why not? I mean, this is history in the making. I gotta tell you, I used to live in North Carolina. I heard of OVW in North Carolina.
People hear about it all over the world.
Absolutely, that's my point. So something like this taking place, something like this happening, is gonna draw 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Look, we know that we have fans that click in and watch from all 50 states and country around the world. Hello to all of you out there. Come on into Louisville, Kentucky, and be a part of that historic night.
Megan Hennessy.
But I saw Meg earlier back, and she was all fired up after her match with Callie at the Saturday Night Special.
Well, I think fired up is a generous way of saying it, Gilbert. She was not happy. Her own best friend pretty much stabbed her in the back. I mean, Callie was crying in the middle of the ring. Turns out she was playing possum, and then took the opportunity to roll up Meg and pin her in the middle of the ring.
Apparently, nice girls finish last, Bruce.
Man Beast, this is all about not just physical intimidation, but it's all about the psychological sport of wrestling, and that's what she was able to do. Get inside her opponent's mind and use it to her advantage. Good for her.
Tonight, Meg in there with the impeccable Jasmine. I said, why do they call you impeccable? She says, because I'm better than everyone else. Jasmine from Australia, Sydney, Australia, calls herself the perfect specimen, accompanied by Keegan Brettle on the outside of the ring. Between these two Aussies have been on a tour around the world, and you know what? Racking up wins left and right.
Yeah, and I think it says something to the caliber of OVW and why so many people want to get in this tournament. I mean, these are two people who, on their own dime, traveled all the way from Australia just to have the opportunity to wrestle at OVW. My phone has been going off the hook since Dean Hill made this announcement. People asking how they can get into this tournament.
And that's just been in the last 5 minutes.
I know. Look at this. I have huge national superstars texting me, wondering how they can get in this tournament. This is huge.
I thought they were texting you because you owe them money.
Power display here from Meg. That's possible too, Bruce, just to be clear.
That's neither here nor there, guys. We have action in the ring.
Meg is on top. The leg is hooked here. And the impeccable one is out in two. And look at Keegan up there on the apron with the referee distraction.
Why does he even need to be up on the apron?
He doesn't.
Well,
That's
see,
right.
it is Australian rules that the manager can hop up on the apron at any time. He just doesn't understand. In Kentucky, it's a little bit different.
I never knew that about Australian rules.
Well, you got to do your research, Gilbert. Regardless, they're taking advantage of it. And Meg, very rarely on the defense, is getting it brought to her.
An impeccable elbow is what Jasmine calls that. May have a stinger-like effect on Meg Hennessy, the powerhouse.
You know what, though? If Jasmine can get away with that, if her quote-unquote partner
incoming A little turnabout is fair play there.
If her partner can distract the ref and distract her opponent, why not? Why not Jasmine take the advantage of it?
Look at that German suplex from Meg. What a powerhouse. Uh-oh, she's calling for it. Here comes the spear.
Into the cover, the count, the leg
That's
is hooked. And this one is finished.
Your winner, Megan Hennessy.
Meg with an emphatic victory. Let's go back and take a look at how she got the job done. Comes in a head full of steam that lowers the head, puts the shoulder right between the belly button and the rib cage.
Hold on. She has
1,
something to say.
2, 3.
Callie,
Give the victory to Meg.
I thought we were friends. Now I hope you were watching back there, because this match was a message to you. At the Saturday Night Special, you betrayed me. You slapped me right in the face, and I still didn't bring the fight to you. I held back, but do not mistake my kindness for weakness, because the next time that we're in this ring, there will be no mercy. I will not hold back.
The powerhouse has a big problem with Callie. What's gonna happen when these two femme fatales meet again?
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
On the countdown to 1,000, a young man that they call Ducky Boy. Wonder how badly would he like to
Following
be in the
contest
heavyweight
is for your
title.
OVW Television Championship. Introducing first,
Well, that's the beauty
the
of this.
challenger, the boy wonder, Sam Johnson.
And this guy has got a ton of guts, and I was going to say that's the beauty of this all. Someone like him can fight his way and make his way in this tournament.
With a few short words, our commissioner really changed the landscape, changed the pulse and energy here in Davis Arena in OVW earlier tonight, Man-Beast.
Well, of course, that was a groundbreaking, historic announcement that at the 1000th episode, we are going to crown a brand new heavyweight champion.
And could it be 3 titles
And his
for Billy O?
He is your OVW Anarchy Champion and your current OVW Television Champion, the leading man, Billy O, the star of the show.
I was on assignment last week, and I tell you what, Twitter, Facebook, my social media channels were blowing up with news that Billy O, the star of the show, had won the Anarchy title in addition to the television championship. Billy O's really on a roll, guys.
Brittany, I think you're getting worse at this.
Come on, Brittany, we've worked on this all week.
I am the leading man, Billy O, the star of the show.
See, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, you just need a lot of lung capacity to be able to get all the championships out and the title.
I don't
His
understand,
title.
I don't understand what he doesn't like about Brittany's introduction. That's exactly what she said.
No, she messed it up.
What did she mess up about it?
Just go back and rewind, and you'll just be able to tell.
I mean, Billy O was a little bit more grunty with it, star of the show, but I mean, she's still got all of the titles and names and consonants and vowels correct.
Gilbert, sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. And Billy O says it better than anyone else. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to throw his name in the hat. What if he had 3 championship belts?
Well, then I don't think she'd be able to get any of the introduction in. I mean, she can barely get 2 of the titles in.
If Billy O wrestles his way into that tournament at OVW 1000, it is distinctly possible, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I will say this. I'll actually say something nice about Sam Thompson. Now, I think the kid has cojones the size of coconuts to accept a rematch against Billy O to try to get his television championship, because it's not like he's going to be able to out-power or out-wrestle Billy O.
What Sam Thompson lacks in size or gives away in size to Billy O, he makes up for with heart. They call this kid the boy wonder for a reason. And sometimes you wonder where he gets all that gumption from. And Billy O's shoulders are on the mat, but he's out in 2.
Billy O wrestling with so much confidence right now. You can just see it in the way he moves.
Sam
and the
Thompson.
way he goes.
Sam Thompson, you should say.
No, I'm saying Billy O.
Oh, you're talking about...
I'm talking about the man who has 2 championships.
Well,
who has 2
I'm
titles.
talking about the guy who's got the champion in a side headlock here.
Not for long.
And look at the vice-like grip here from the challenger, Sam Thompson. Don't you jump on the McNaylor bandwagon and underestimate Sam Thompson.
No,
come on, the water's great.
There is no McNaylor bandwagon. I mean, first of all, who'd be able to fit on that? What we're talking about is calling it like it is, not favoring either person. And right now, you got to give props, you got to give credit to the man with 2 championships.
Hey, I am the most unbiased commentator in wrestling.
What, starting now?
No, I mean, I'm just saying that's my opinion. I am the most unbiased. And here, look at this.
Well, the
big splash.
Star of the show has come in a head full of steam. It's Sam Thompson who forces him to pump the brakes, but then gets caught in a backbreaker here. And the spine is not meant to bend that way, Doc. Agony written all over the face of Sam Thompson, but he's out in 2.
And that goes back to what you were talking about, Gilbert. This man has a lot of guts. He never says die. He never quits. Is it enough?
I don't think so. He's just one big kahuna away from retaining the Telenarchy championships.
Telenarchy?
Hey, it's trademarked. I'm calling it that. I just got to get Billy O on board, the star of the show.
I thought it was the Anarch Vision championship.
Well, you know, I think that has a nice ring to it.
Well, right now it is Billy O who is in complete control on the challenger, Sam Thompson. And look at the does another title make him a bit more cocky? Is that even possible?
Well, can you say you blame him? I mean, you make history one week. You got to take it. Some say you got to take it in stride. I say you got to enjoy the moment.
And also, there's a fine line between cocky and confidence.
Billy O is
having
his
press.
way here. Cover.
I think that was a little bit of a slow count, guys. I don't know about you all.
No, it was a good count.
You and Billy O didn't appreciate the referee's count, but I think she's been consistent.
Whoa!
And Ducky flew to the outside of the ring. And this is that brash cockiness that I was talking about. You said there's a fine line between cockiness and confidence.
Correct.
If you ask me, Billy O's on the wrong side of it.
Well, that might or might not be, but so far, it's made him very successful.
Hard shot to the midsection here from Sam Thompson. I tell you what, you cannot keep this young man down. Just 20 years old out of Louisville, Kentucky, and Ducky's gonna fly.
Yeah, but his wings are about to get clipped.
Oh.
And now he's tied to that proverbial tree of woe. Sam Thompson may be wondering how he got there.
I don't know if it's the tree of woe or the tree of O.
Gilbert, for some of our new viewers tuning in, how long has Thompson been wrestling? Do you know?
He's still in his rookie year. He's still in his first 12 months of professional wrestling. And that is what has made fans really glam on to Sam Thompson. You hear him chanting, Ducky, Ducky, Ducky in the background. Because in his rookie year, he's knocked off people like Ted McNaylor and become a television champion. But right now, it's all Billy O.
Hey, everyone's got to win the Powerball sometime or another, Gilbert. Everyone gets lucky.
Well, is it luck if he beats you over and over again?
Man Beast, what's up with that?
I'll tell you what's up. Billy O is taking Sam in the ring right now. We're not talking about me. We're talking about
look at the fire
leading
back.
Man.
Look at the fire back here from Sam Thompson, who's trying to dim the light of the self-professed star that is Billy O.
And Thompson knows he's going to have to take his licks. It's called paying your dues. You're going to have to pay your dues as you keep hopefully moving up and up in the ranks of professional wrestling, especially here in OVW. And, of course, the countdown to 1,000.
It is on its way. 1,000 fans live for OVW 1,000. Can one of these two young superstars wrestle their way into that huge blockbuster tournament that's going to happen on the night of our 1,000th episode?
That's what makes OVW so special, that there is a possibility of one of these two guys or anybody being able to make it to
Thompson
to the top.
takes the fight to the floor, but that may be a mistake here, Doc.
Certainly so. And, and it breaks the question, is it just me or are these guys putting just a little more effort in that ring right now? They know Dean Hill is watching. Oh,
Wouldn't
absolutely,
you?
absolutely. I'm not arguing with that. For once, we agree on something, and I love it.
Every week between now and 1,000, folks, we will have a preliminary or qualifying match. The winners of those contests will then compete in a one-night tournament where the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals all happen OVW 1000.
And something else we should talk about.
That size 13 boot
That's
right
it.
to the chest cavity. Will it be enough? And this is what I'm talking about, the drive, the tenacity, the guts of this young superstar, that's Sam Thompson.
You were talking about the tournament, right? Someone gets a draw, double disqualification, you're both out. You have to win to advance.
It's a night of high stakes and a big reward, and the big kahuna from Billy O. Did he get enough? Into the cover, the leg is hooked, and it's lights out.
Yes!
For the boy wonder.
Your winner and still OVW Television Champion, the leading man, Billy O, the star of the show.
He is the Anarchy Champion. He is the television champion. But could Billy O become the OVW Heavyweight Champion? Will he wrestle his way into 1,000?
Yeah, buddy, I'm looking at your picture right now. I'm telling you, I would love to have you here for the 1,000. I really hope you can
Dean,
make it.
hello. Stars in the room. Stars in the room.
Look, I gotta go.
You can talk to that guy
ding
later.
dongs bother me. Yeah, take care, man. Love you too, brother.
I hear you're looking for someone for
I'm
these
on the phone
tournaments.
with a real professional wrestler. What?
You need someone for this tournament, right? How about a 2-time television champion?
What about a 4-time television champion?
Or a 4-time tag team champion?
Really,
Not as much
guys?
as 6.
I carried you for one of those.
Look, I don't have time for all this. I got my hands full. This tournament's going to be huge. We are counting our way down to 1,000. I don't... I've got, just to shut you ding-dongs up, I've got a guy that's only qualified for the tournament. He's going to be in the ring tonight.
Right here.
I do not have an opponent for him.
Right here.
Either one of you two ding-dongs want to take him on. If you beat him tonight, you can be in the tournament. Other than that, leave me alone!
You mean when I beat him? Shiloh, I got this. Don't worry.
Dean,
Tony!
while I got you here, man, speaking of the tournament, you can't have a tournament for the heavyweight title without the best wrestler here.
Tony,
Shotgun
really, come
Tony
on,
Gunn.
buddy. I've got my hands full. I got ding-dongs to the left of me, ding-dongs to the
Yeah,
right
that's
of me.
those guys.
Look, I know your history, I know your credentials, I know what you are in this business.
I'm the best.
You have already secured a spot in the tournament, all right?
Yes. Whoa, whoa.
What?
Dapper's not in it though, right? He's hardcore and that's garbage. He doesn't belong in that tournament. Right?
Really?
He's not in that.
Really?
He can't.
Jeez.
Dean, he can't be in it.
Come on.
He can't.
Leave me alone!
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
We are on the road to 1,000. The countdown has begun to a historic night in OVW, our 1,000th
Contest is
edition
scheduled
of
for one
OVW
fall.
TV.
Introducing first, Shiloh Jones.
And on that night, OVW 1000, our commissioner made the announcement earlier tonight. Who is going to be wrestling in this match, guys?
I don't know. I think both of them should have a legitimate shot at getting into this tournament. I can't believe Dean Hill is saying to figure it out between them.
Heavyweight title tournament set earlier tonight by our commissioner. The title vacated after it was handed over to an abyss. You want to talk about front runners?
Understand how quick they went from wanting to have an opportunity to Now trying to get out of that opportunity. They saw who they're going to
He is one half of the OVW Southern Tag Team Champions, Jax Dane.
Jax Dane and Crimson, the War Kings, became the other OVW Southern Tag Team Champions at the Saturday Night Special last week. When you look at Jax Dane and his wrestling resume, it is astonishing, accomplished, former NWA heavyweight champion, world's heavyweight champion, but you know what title he has not held?
The OVW Heavyweight Championship. And what would that do for his career to go from being one half of the Southern Tag Team Champions to being our heavyweight champion?
It would.
Holy moly!
The big question now is not so much what would it do for Jax's career as what did Jax do to DL3's spine?
Well, I think it exploded.
Nobody said that this was going to be easy. This is something that you have to work for, you have to earn.
Oh, man! He's just throwing them around like little toys.
Well, Shiloh Jones just earned some black and blue bruises and a trip to the chiropractor for sure.
Well, don't you think Jax is sending a message out right now to everybody?
I think every time that Jax steps through the curtain and into the squared circle, he's sending a message.
But now the stakes are so much higher because at stake ultimately.
Oh, no!
Clean up on aisle 6. We've got splattered DL3 all over the place. But yeah, I think he's sending a message and it's coming through loud and clear.
Well, Shiloh just came through loud and clear with a couple of boots to the chest of Jax Dane. Can he take advantage?
No. Oh, wait, I could be wrong. I'm eating my words.
Get him, Shiloh. Get on top of him. There you go.
Again, Jax is in the tournament, and Shiloh is trying to take that preliminary spot. Over the next, every week leading up to 1,000, ladies and gentlemen, we will have another preliminary match. The winners of those preliminary matches become the Great 8, and they will wrestle on the night of OVW 1000 to crown a new OVW heavyweight champion. Jones perched on top.
Huge
connects.
splash.
Oh my gosh, could this be Upset City?
Uh-oh.
I think the only person upset is Jax Dane, and that's because he has a Shiloh Jones to contend with here.
Shiloh trying to dead weight Jax. Jax says, I'm too strong for that. Just throws him up onto his shoulders. Better watch out, DL. He'll get you too.
So let me see if I got this straight. If Jax were to lose, if.
That's 2 men. That's 2 men. That's 400 plus pounds that Jax Dane is walking around the ring with like no big deal.
Forget about the if.
Oh, yeah. No need to guess the sentiment of Dane. He just said, I am your new champion. An emphatic statement.
You're
From one half of the War King.
Jax
And the crowd loves him.
Dane has punched his ticket into the preliminaries. Could Dane be heading to OVW 1000? The grandest prize in our company. One of the grandest prizes in professional wrestling is on the line at OVW 1000. Who's going to lead that historic night with all the glory?
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. 2 entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
And now, the OVW Rewind of the Week.
What happened a few weeks back between Amon and Abyss was not going to stand. That's the reason they sent me as the commissioner out here last week to take this title back. We had a meeting on Monday. And we made the decision that since we are actually counting down, for those of you who don't know, we are just weeks away from our 1,000th TV taping.
Historic, monumental.
Just 10 episodes away.
And what better way than to crown the new OVW heavyweight champion at that 1,000th TV taping. So we've decided we will have a tournament. And in the weeks to come, we will have preliminary matches, qualifying matches as they work their way towards the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and we will, on the night of our 1,000th television taping, we will crown the new OVW heavyweight champion.
Wow.
This OVW Rewind is brought to you by Premier Sign and Display in Louisville, where the goal is to do the right thing every time. OVW and Premier Sign and Display, an unbeatable tag team.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most historic, significant event in the history of OVW. One of the most historic and
Following is a
significant.
six-man tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Colton Cage, the Beast Unleashed, and wrestling's rock star, Ryan
One of the most
Howe.
historic and significant in the history of professional wrestling is happening in 10 short weeks. I'm talking about OVW 1000, the 1000th edition of OVW television. 10 short weeks away, and the countdown is on. On that historic night, we learned earlier tonight from our commissioner that we will crown a new OVW champion.
And their opponents, the team of Justin Jackson, Randall Floyd, and the Trinidad Titan, Justin Smooth.
And so you can feel the energy, the anticipation, the temperature rising here in Davis Arena as a locker room full of young, hungry superstars look to wrestle their way into that huge tournament.
Absolutely. You have to think all 6 of these men in the ring want a spot, but only one tonight.
There's only one to be had.
That's right. Is going to walk away with a chance to get a preliminary match in that tournament.
Your main event this week, a 6-man style elimination tag match. And the winner here, the one standing tall at the end of it all, advances in this title tournament, earns a preliminary round match in the weeks to come.
And this is crazy because we've got friend versus friend, colleague against colleague.
Partner versus partner.
Exactly.
The Bro Gods are on opposite sides of this, Bruce.
And this is something you usually don't see in tag team and 6-man tag team matches. Very rarely do you see partners split up like this. That all goes to show how the rules are changing somewhat because of the countdown to 1,000.
But we begin with 2 guys where competition turned to contempt, and I was talking about Ryan Howe and the Trinidad Titan. Looked like Howe's going to give it a minute, and instead we're going to start with the Juggernaut Zoe and Justin Smooth. And look at these 2 behemoth men.
What happens when a Juggernaut meets a Titan in the ring?
We're about to find out.
So far, a stalemate. The proverbial immovable object and irresistible force.
Something's going to give. This, ladies and gentlemen, again, elimination style tag team rules. So we will have 5 falls. The one standing tall at the end of it all advances.
Which shows how much is on the line right now, which shows that these guys might take it a little slower than normal because you don't want to do something reckless that'll get yourself eliminated.
Pace yourself.
Exactly.
That's a
good
good
point.
strategy. That's a good strategy.
It's going to take a lot to pin
the athleticism and the elevation here from the Trinidad Titan with that drop kick.
There's the tag that Howe was looking for. Saw his opportunity and took it. All 6 of these men are going to put everything.
Hold on here, and then Colton Cage jumps in the ring.
That's because Cage tagged himself in.
Interesting that Colton Cage would want to step in there toe-to-toe with his Bro God partner. This is the kind of thing that breaks up friendships, that breaks up tag teams. The stakes are so high heading into OVW 1000 because let's think about this. When you become OVW champion, you etch your place in history along with the biggest names in professional
like
wrestling.
Who?
John Cena. Cover here, shoulders around the mat. Batista, CM Punk. All three of those men have one thing in common. Cover here, shoulders on the mat once again. All three, Punk, Cena, Batista, they've all main evented WrestleMania. Again, Dustin Jackson. They've all main evented WrestleMania. They've also all been OVW heavyweight champions. This is the birthplace of the biggest stars in professional wrestling. And whoever wins that heavyweight title at OVW 1000 now goes into that class of legends.
Absolutely. You're basically punching your ticket to superstardom to win that tournament. Not only is it going to be a historic moment, you are basically skyrocketing your career in that instant.
And let's remember what Dean Hill said, Bruce. That over the next, every week leading up to 1000, there would be preliminary matches, and that you never know who would come through the curtain. Knowing the prestige, knowing the honor, knowing what's at stake in that tournament at 1000, who could be a part of this tournament?
Well, that's the big question right now, and it goes to show that as prestigious as the OVW Championship is, guys from all over the state, I mean all over the country, I mean all over the world are going to want to be a part of this.
You're seeing how hungry the 6 young men, 6 superstars in the ring right now in our main event are. Again, at stake is an opportunity to advance to a preliminary match. And there's so much chaos going on in the ring right now. The referee's just frankly having trouble keeping it all straight, Doc.
Absolutely. I mean, what do you do? I mean, you certainly can't throw the match out. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of angry superstars at you. These guys better cool it down a little bit.
Gilbert, it's all about strategy, right? It's all about that mental chess game, right?
Indeed,
okay,
indeed.
so if I'm in the ring right now, I don't know if I'm necessarily...
You better watch out behind you.
Took your eyes off the prize, did Dustin Jackson, and wrestling's rock star with another small package here. It's the Rocker gonna do it. Jackson's out in 2.
Whammy bar, here we go. Is he gonna tap him out?
Howe rolls through, now has it cinched in. Dustin Jackson's in the middle of the ring.
Hey, why would you save him? Let the guy get eliminated.
You know the backstory. You know the contempt and the hatred between Ryan Howe and the Trinidad Titan. The Titan blames Howe for him not being the OVW champion right now.
Well, I don't care. Any man that stands in the way.
Suplex here, shoulders on the mat. And Howe is out in 2.
Any man that's standing in your way, and in my opinion, I don't care if they're on your team or not, the other 5 people in that ring are your enemy.
Right, so strategy-wise, I don't think it's a bad idea to not be in the ring.
Dustin Jackson is on top here. Oh.
You kidding me? If I was in this match, I would walk over to the commentator's desk all the way up here and just wait until I had to get into the ring.
Well, but then you'd be counted out. You don't want to do that, but you don't necessarily have to fight every single person all the time.
Not if I wasn't the legal man. If I'm not the legal person in the ring, I'm going to park myself.
Pay attention to the picture that's unfolding here. Now Dustin Jackson and Colton Cage
are
going to lock up.
The bro gods explode right here in the ring.
We got problems, bro. Big ones. These 2 best friends, training buddies, and tag team partners, former Southern Tag Team champions, have their eye on the bigger prize.
Whoa!
And that is wrestling their way into this heavyweight title tournament.
Gilbert, nobody knows OVW better than you. Have these 2 ever met before?
Not while they were tag team partners, not while they were training buddies. There's one thing to say when you're in class and when you're training and when you're coming up, but not since they've reached pinnacle success. But who knows you better than your tag team partner, McNaylor?
That's very true. I mean, you see how quickly Dustin Jackson was able to turn the tides.
Jackson
the splash.
Perched on top into the cover here, and Jackson just eliminated his tag team partner. We got to take our last television timeout. OVW continues.
I hear what you're saying, but you're standing alone. Now with you and me here, this place is gonna explode. Saturday night, you bet there's gonna be a fight. Under the lights, gonna be ready to fight on Saturday night.
When people say uncontested, they usually mean cheap, and I get that. An uncontested divorce means the couple agrees on everything. Even then, there are things to be filed in court. It doesn't make it contested just because you seek out good advice. Go to lemmylaw.com for help getting through your divorce.
You're You're back here at Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road. This is your main event, a 6-man elimination style tag match. The winner here, the one standing tall at the end of it all, wrestles their way into the tournament for the OVW heavyweight title that will culminate at OVW 1000. Now, right now, I want to take you back. Before we went to break, it was Dustin Jackson who eliminated Colton Cage, but look what happened just seconds later. Ryan Howe eliminates the other Bro God. And during the break, it has reignited the rivalry. We have reignited the rivalry, I should say, between Howe and the Trinidad Titan. I say reignited, but I don't think that flame ever went out, Doc.
I don't think so. You know, all four of these men at some point, I believe in the last year, have been in contendership for the heavyweight title, and you know none of them want to be the one to get eliminated tonight, but 3 of them aren't going to make it.
Remember the round robin series between the Trinidad Titan, Ryan Howe, and Randall Floyd not too long ago, a couple months ago?
Certainly, absolutely. All 3 men proved that they belong in the spotlight, but Justin Smooth most recently.
Smooth on top. Howe's shoulders are on the mat, but he's out in 2.
All right, so quick question, because we know all 4 of these guys are worthy contenders. Who would you pick right now if you had to pick someone?
I'm going, believe it or not, with Justin Smooth, who just came off a historic win at the last Saturday Night Special, defeating Amon, pinning him in the ring for the very first time.
I don't think I have enough information. Remember that our commissioner, Dean, said that as Howe goes for the whammy bar, said that anybody could be coming through that curtain. Anybody. And when you look through the annals of professional wrestling, is Smooth gonna tap here? Does Howe have this whammy bar in fully? When you look at the annals of professional wrestling, just the OVW alumni roster, with anybody eligible for this tournament, I don't have enough information yet to pick a favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, it all culminates at the historic night. Cover here, Howe on top. OVW 1000 in 10 short weeks, our 1000th edition of OVW television, and we want 1,000 fans live for OVW 1000. It's gonna be an epic night, like that was an epic boot.
Hold on a second, the Void's out there. There's
What
Amon.
are they doing here?
Amon, who has suffered his first ever loss from the hands of Justin Smooth. 2 steps. Those are steel steps right there.
And you heard the sickening thud that came along with it. Satan's favorite sinner is doing the devil's work.
Well, you had to know that Justin Smooth was just a little bit of time away from having Amon give him the just desserts for beating him in the ring.
Meanwhile, the match does continue.
Indeed.
Well, will Justin get counted out, though? Can he make it back before 10? He doesn't.
And the answer
He's
is
done.
no.
Smooth has been eliminated, and we are now down to 3, and Randall Floyd has no allies, no partners on his side of the ring.
Which will make an interesting situation. If Floyd does get eliminated, then it's partner against partner.
Wow, look at the flurry of offense here from the real deal. 95-5 in collegiate wrestling. He walked through the doors. He said he'd be a champion. Will he make good on that word at OVW 1000?
Or will the rock star say he's the real deal right here in the ring as he tries to lock in that whammy bar?
Howe going back for his signature submission. Remember that Howe's been there twice before. Former 2-time OVW heavyweight champion. He knows what it's like to stand atop the mountain with all the glory.
Has Randall Floyd ever tapped out? I don't know.
It's not going to happen tonight.
Or at least not yet. He can lock in this.
I don't know if Floyd's ever tapped, but I know that he's made many a man tap with this inverted crab maneuver. Can the real deal sink it in here, Bruce?
Well, right now he's trying to fight it, and you've got a great little situation going on here, and he has fought it, but the hold remains.
Howe with the counter, able to create some distance, some separation here. Again, the one standing tall at the end of it all.
Oh, wow, there it is.
Cutter, explosive, out of nowhere. Shoulders on the mat. Howe seeing lights. And Floyd, we are down to our final 2. It's a juggernaut, and it's a real deal.
And Zoe, meanwhile, getting some valuable rest time while the other 2 were battling. This big man was able to get some rest. He was able to conserve his energy. And now it's time to let it all hang out.
Haymaker shots here from Zoe and Randall Floyd. Again, the winner of this contest will advance in the OVW title tournament into a preliminary match.
You know, and I was talking about Justin Smooth's big win over Amon. Let's not forget Zoe came off of winning a big match over Jay Bradley, proving it was not a fluke. And you think, how better can Zoe prove himself as he possibly has a chance at going into that tournament?
Notice Zoe, for the big man, doing a lot of high-energy maneuvers. That rest in the corner, he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, but Bruce, we say it week in, week out that Zoe is not just a big man. He's the most agile big man that OVW's ever seen. It's Floyd on top.
But again, being able to rest and conserve the energy might have been the difference between him breaking out of that out of that pinning predicament.
Oh, look at this.
Look
at this.
Can he get it?
Did you see the way that Floyd rolled through to get into this crab-like maneuver? Does he have it cinched in enough? It looks like Floyd may want to step over to the other side. But those tree trunk-like legs of Zoe prove too much here, Doc.
And that's Bruce, I'm going to give you some credit. I think that's talking about that rest period on that apron. He was able to outmaneuver Floyd right there.
And Floyd looks like he's breathing a little heavier. Keep an eye on that.
We started at 6, we are down to 2, but one of these men will punch their ticket into the OVW title tournament. And Zoe just folded in half like an accordion with the suplex. The real deal's on top. The leg is hooked, but another near fall. What a contest this has been. And this is just to get into the tournament. What are we gonna see over the next several weeks?
Exactly, and that's the excitement of this all. We don't know exactly what we're gonna see.
The wrestling world is abuzz, to say the least.
We are pressing our way toward history at OVW 1000.
Hold on. Can he get the Zoe bomb?
Oh, he
slipped. Can he get it? Can he get it? Get up there, Zoe.
Precious seconds have tipped by. 2.
And he got it.
Zoe advances.
Wow.
Your winners, the team of Colton Cage, Brian Howe, and the Beast Unleashed, Zoe.
Well, it might have been a team victory, but only one man goes into the preliminary round.
And I tell you who it's not. It's not Amon. It's not Amon. What's this about? What is this about? Satan's favorite sinner sending the Juggernaut straight to hell. And apparently this fight between the Titan and the Demon is not over yet.
Huge spine buster by.
I just lost my monitor. That's the impact. And
Whoa.
he's back on his feet. He's back on his feet.
And escaping. Smooth saving Zoe from possible permanent injury.
Guys, tempers are flared. Excitement is high. And so runs the emotion on the road to OVW 1000. We will make history on that big night. The countdown continues next week.